I like it by any chance.
We're live. Finally. Good evening, everyone. This is Harry from Hotspur TV for another Friday preview show. And here I've got my co-host. Well, I was on his channel and he was on my channel earlier this week. Harry Scarf. You right, Harry?
I'm all good, thank you. It's great to be here on another stream together, talking Tottenham, this time previewing Chelsea, so can't wait.
And TJ, again, back with us.
Well gone, people. Why am I not your co-host? I feel left out. That was rude. I don't care what anybody says, bro. That was rude. That's disrespectful, man. How can... Listen, Harry, I love you, innit? Yeah. Bro, that was rude. That's a disrespect. We're on beef now, you know?
Yeah. We're doing no stream.
Beat the clip. No. I don't want to hear that. I definitely definitely know I've streamed more than you. Then man said my co-host. What do you mean? I'm the co-host.
Harry isn't even the
I'm
co-host
joking,
anyway.
but how you guys been, man? You guys?
All good, all good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
PJ, how you feeling
Fair
about
enough.
Monday?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know you're quite worried.
I'm not worried, bro. Listen, man. Definitely, we're not co-hosts. You don't even know who I am. Yeah. Now, how am I feeling about the Chelsea game? Yeah. You already know how I feel. We're gonna lose. I'm just gonna put that out there straight away. There's 3 reasons why I believe we're gonna lose. Look, don't get me wrong. A lot of Spurs fans are gonna disagree with me, but I feel like our style, kind of like fits into how Pochettino wants to play, and Pochettino. Look again. We're saying this obviously. I'm saying it due to the fact that I know how Pochettino's going to set up and how he's going to obviously try to play us. And it's look. I want us to win. Yeah, cool. I feel like I want us to win, but I just feel like Pochettino, his style is going to be quite difficult to overcome. Counter-attacking based football, possession-based football that we play versus counter-attacking, and we see not only Tottenham, but like top teams do struggle when it comes down to counter-attacking football. You know, we struggled a bit against Crystal Palace when it comes down to it. If you deeped it, first half we looked like we couldn't even break them down. They sat back. They looked like they came with like a tactic to really destroy us and like really stop us from creating. And look, it worked. First half was one of the worst first halves we've seen under Ange Postecoglou. Again, I'm not saying this because I'm scared of Chelsea. I think Tottenham is obviously playing better football. In the long run, we are obviously looking really good. It's just Chelsea's going to be a bit too much for us. I do believe that. I also feel sorry. I'm going on a bit, but I also feel that Basuma will be a big issue if he starts. I said this on your show.
Yeah.
He looks like he's not playing at his best ability, based on in the back of his mind he has a yellow card and he doesn't want to make
A rash challenge.
a massive mistake, you know, because look, one more yellow and then he's obviously Simbined. Yeah, let's be honest with you. We miss it. We'll miss Basuma for a game. And in the back of his mind, he doesn't want to make a big mistake where we lose him for a game. So hence why I would obviously start Højbjerg. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, and a lot of people are going to say that I'm scared. But the fact of the matter is, if your player can't play 100% and your player can't put in the tackles that you want him to put in the tackles, what's the point of playing him? I want to see someone put 110%, not 50%. Not go in for a tackle and then go out of a tackle because you think it's going to be a foul. That's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with someone that is on a yellow card, one yellow card away from a red card. That's what I mean. But that's my take for the Chelsea game, to be honest with you. Later on in the show, I'm obviously going to dive into the tactics, why I believe we're going to lose. I want us to win, obviously, but carry on with the show. Like, obviously, I spoke for a bit, you know.
Harry, are you feeling more positive going into Chelsea than TJ?
Oh, not after listening to that, but no. I think we go into it, the best time to play Chelsea in terms of, under Pots, you haven't really got going. The performances is there, but they can't seem to score. I mean, the table speaks for itself. They're 11th. However, it's a London derby. It's not going to be easy. Pochettino will want that result. coming back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. So no, it won't be easy, but it never is against Chelsea. But I do believe it is the best time to play them now. So yes, I'm feeling confident, but I'm not like some people where I think we're going to blow them away. I think it'll be a very tight game that could go either way. So we have to show 110%, and that's why, like TJ says, perhaps with Basuma, because for me, I don't think he was awful against Palace, but you could tell he wasn't be able to perform at the best of his ability because he had that on his mind that one more yellow card and he's suspended for a game. So if that is his mindset, which is understandable, going into the Chelsea game, we need to have someone who isn't thinking about that and is going to give 110%, put their body on the line, throw themselves into tackles, and that is Pierre Højbjerg for me. So I started to agree with that.
Interesting. Do you think the Poch thing is a factor?
It's going to be a factor because he used to manage us and now he's at Chelsea. It's going to be a big factor. It's going to be a big talking point. It has all week. And it's going to be on a lot of people at the club's mind. Of course, it's more probably motivation for Poch to come here and win. And it should be more motivation for us, to kind of say, look, we've moved on and we're in an even better place. So, of course, it's going to be a factor. It's going to be a massive factor. I'm sure we'll get into the booing and cheering, etc. later. But for me, it's been too much of a talking point because it's a London derby and our priority, like any other game, is to come away with 3 points. It doesn't matter who the manager is in the opposite dugout.
TJ, I know you wanted Poch back. Yeah.
Go for it. Yep.
You were telling me midweek you think he's going to come and he's going to look for the smoke, basically. And you want to win
100%. No,
some people boo him.
Look,
what do you think is a massive factor
the reason why,
no,
what I was just about to say, the reason why I believe he's coming for the smoke, he was quite hard done by Levy. Let's be honest with you, the way he left Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh man, not again, man. This place, man, is annoying me. Yeah, sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry.
The way he left, it was quite hard done by, to be totally honest with you. Was he back? Who knows? This is the big talking point. So who knows if we bought players that Poch wanted, he might even still be our manager. He's coming back with, one, I've got to prove a point. Two, the style that you plays into my hands, because let's with you, again, I did speak about the style just a minute ago, but counter-attacking teams, he doesn't mind to sit back. He doesn't mind to let us have the ball. He doesn't mind for us to dominate most of the possession. That's fine for him. What he's going to look on is capitalizing on our mistakes. And this is where I'm not worried. I wouldn't say I'm worried that we're going to make a lot of mistakes, but we like to push up to him. We like to play front foot football. The sexy football. That's what a lot of people are calling it,
Yeah.
And we do see, look, Chelsea against Arsenal. Forget that they drew for a minute. For 80 minutes.
Yeah.
It was Poch masterclass, Again, he's probably, like Harry said, he's struggling to put the ball in the back of the net, and it's still like a building block for him. He's still understanding what his team is. He's still got a few injuries, but you see the thing with Poch can adapt to. He can adapt to the moments, and for me, this is one of the biggest things that scares. I'm not really scared. I'm not going to say I'm scared because you're going to think, oh, what, I'm scared of Chelsea. No, I'm not. It's just history has shown that Chelsea take maximum points all the time. Only last year we managed to beat them, and even that was a bit suspect with the pull of Cucurella's head. If you remember that game,
Yeah.
So the Poch factor is going to play a big part in this game. Again, I've been speaking about the mindset of these players. I have seen a change from last season to this season, and I want to give props to Ange Postecoglou. Prove me wrong. Look, in fact, I'm even going to put it out there. Look, cool. Put it like this, yeah? I don't jump on the bandwagon. If someone says that this is beautiful football, I analyze it in my own delicate way. I'm going to say if it's good, if it's a good win or it's not.
Yeah.
If we win, listen, I'm saying this on camera. I'll come on camera and I'll eat a hot chili. I'll eat a chili and I hate chili.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, we want to see that. We want to see
Yeah.
that, guys.
Put it like that.
It's
If we
been
win,
now.
Yeah.
if we win, look, I'm saying if we win, I will eat chili. I'm a bit confident that we're going to lose, and this is the problem. I've never come into like whenever I predict a game, I never predict that we're going to lose. I'm always optimistic. Right now, I'm a bit too negative. You get where I'm coming from, which tells me that I'm not. Look, please don't think I'm scared of Chelsea. It's just this is a massive game, and I even said it a few months back. Chelsea.
You said it from the beginning of the season, pretty much, or even before that.
I said it.
As soon as Poch
I said it before. I said when Poch became Chelsea's manager. What did I say on stream with you, Ellie? I was at Sheesh. I was blowing smoke in it. Yeah. I was in my mood, innit? And remember, I was pissed that he went Chelsea. Don't get me wrong. Fuming. And I was pissed that I was pissed that we didn't manage to bring him back as our manager. But what did I say? I said, what's our biggest rivals right now? Chelsea.
Well, I still think it's
as
Arsenal,
much as
personally, but
as much as you're going to say Arsenal, I think Chelsea, because Pochettino's managing him, it's kind of like pushed it up. It's pushed it up. There's more blood for me. Obviously, I'm a young fan, so I'm basing it off of what I've seen on the recent years. A lot of people are going to say the history. A lot of people are going to say history has it that Arsenal's a bigger rival, and I get that. I'm not despiting the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham. Having them scums move into North London. I'm just saying, for my rivalry, in of my years of watching Tottenham, this is my rival. This is my team that I'm rivaling now, because Pochettino is one of our own. He's Tottenham, in my opinion, DNA.
We supposed to be.
You don't see. Again, I see Tottenham. I see Pochettino as one of our best managers. You get where I'm coming from. Even though he didn't win anything, and even though he took us from finishing eighth, we were rotten before Pochettino came through. So I have a lot of love for Pochettino, and it's gonna be difficult, man. And this is one of the games. A lot of rival fans said we haven't been tested. We haven't been tested. This is the test. And if we honestly win against Chelsea, who knows? Who knows what we could do this year?
That's the exciting thing. But we got to Champions League final as well. That just shows how far Pochettino goes. We nearly won the title as well a couple of seasons. So I think Pochettino was a good manager. However, for me, he's crossed that line going to Chelsea, because I think that's a massive rivalry.
Harry, you're predicting that we're gonna win, right?
Yeah.
Are you scared that not scared, but take your Tottenham hat off for a minute? Are you just predicting that like with passion, or are you predicting that with logic?
Probably passion, and the fact I'm trying to be optimistic, because I have a feeling deep down, because I know that it'll be tough. Poch coming back, it want to beat us, etc. And I think the way we play could fall into their hands as well. But no, it's difficult. If you get rid of the Tottenham hat, then I don't know. It's a game I think can go either way. So, but yeah.
All right. So Justin just joined the stream. Justin, you're right.
Hi everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, we've actually managed to work out how to add other people after it's a bit weird. It's so stupid, but I managed to work it out. But anyway, so Justin, how are you feeling going into Chelsea? Just first of all,
if I'm being brutally honest,
I don't think any different to any other game. It's sort of a case of it's all been built up about Poch coming back, and I think, to be honest, if you listen to what Ange said in his press conference, which was pretty much a case of, yeah, he did a lot for the club, got us close to a lot of different things, and obviously we saw what happened when the club wouldn't take the final step and pull the trigger with him, But ultimately, that time has been and gone. We're now at a point where we've come full circle. If you look at the type of manager and what we're looking at here, when Poch came in, it was a project. He was going to have to clear out the dead wood. He got rid of the likes of Adebayor and other players like that were just not going to fit in, not going to suit what he wanted. And we're seeing the same with Ange as well, with the likes of Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, players like that just don't suit what he's trying to achieve. And I think come January, we'll see more go as well. But I think, if the club or if the players and the club get het up about it, I think we could lose the game, because I just feel that, this isn't what other clubs would do. Okay, they wouldn't be that bothered about a manager coming back. Okay, it might, if you take when Mark Hughes was at Manchester City, and he went back to Man United. Man United were like, okay, you're a previous player, we can't believe you've done it, but who cares? We move on. It seems like Tottenham seems to get stuck on this, and to be
Do you mean
fair,
as a club, Justin? Sorry, or
I do. I think the club, I think the fan base, I think a lot of people get het up about people that have left, and whether it be, you take the likes of Sol Campbell doing the unforgivable, going over to, to the dark side. And when we talk about Poch now going over to Chelsea, you don't hear that from anywhere else. You listen to other bigger clubs, they're not bothered. They're genuinely not bothered.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you not worried about the tactics going into the game? Because obviously Pochettino plays a counter-attacking based tactic against Ange Postecoglou's possession-based tactic. And we tend to see a lot of counter-attacking teams not really kill, but get the better of possession-based teams. Are you not worried on that side?
So that side, possibly, but not everything else. Not the whole big up about Poch coming back. None of the whole of that, because that's what bigger clubs don't care about. What they do care about is exactly what you're saying there, TJ, which is the tactics element of it. Now, what I would say is, had I not seen us go against Arsenal, who did that, who played almost a counter-attacking style to us, and bar, an unlucky deflection in terms of from Romero, I don't feel that we were that much under pressure, really. It was
Under
a big
pressure.
occasion, but we managed it.
I agree, but I'm not basing. Sorry to cut you off. I'm not worried based on Arsenal. I'm worried based on teams that have obviously played the low block system, which ideally is a counter-attacking based system. Like the first half of Crystal Palace, we struggled to break down Crystal Palace.
I don't think Chelsea said
Sheffield
that,
United.
I think
Sheffield United for. Sorry, say that again, Harry.
That's right. I said I don't think Chelsea will properly sit back, because we watched their games this season, and they're for example,
Agreed,
Brentford, they're dominating, and Brentford 2 goals come on the counter attack.
I agree. Look, so no, but that's coming into what I was just about to say. Sheffield United again, sitting back, but on the counter gets a goal up, and now we're trailing the game, and we could have lost that game. Now, based on how Chelsea play, firstly, one different thing from the profile of teams I've just mentioned, they've got better players. So again, Harry, as you said, they decided to play attacking based football against Brentford, but became undone by, right? For me, we're Tottenham. Tottenham, this is a thing as well. We need to take into consideration that this is a rivalry that, firstly, history has shown that we fall against Chelsea. Secondly, Pochettino has, and I'm not just basing it on Pochettino being at Tottenham, but Pochettino, if you was to put a manager style who has mastered counter-attacking based team, he's up there. He's up there with all the best counter-attacking based managers, right? So I just generally, I'm not, again, I don't want Tottenham fans to feel like I'm scared based on how I feel, because I predicted a 2-0 loss to Tottenham. I don't think we will win, but I don't want Tottenham fans to think I'm scared. I'm just thinking it based on logic, in the sense of the tactics don't add up. And even when you look at us over the past couple of years against Man City, the reason we have beaten Man City is not because we've been playing possession-based football. If you actually look at the stats and you look at how much possession we have less than 30, and Man City has bopping it around us, but we've counterattacked.
Yeah,
That's why we've beat these teams. So I'm just taking a profile of counterattacking based teams to possession based teams, and what we're trying to implement as a team is possession, attack, with a manager that has I think he's perfected the style that he wants to implement. That's going to be a problem.
Do you mean Ange? Sorry, you're talking about Ange. He's perfected the style.
I'm talking about Pochettino. I'm talking about Pochettino has perfected his. Yeah. I'm talking about Pochettino has perfected the counter-attacking style, and we have seen it as he's managed us. We have seen us go against Man City. Everybody has said, "Oh, we would lose," but look. Do you agree to disagree? Maybe maybe I'm negative. Maybe I'm too negative. I don't know. I don't know.
I think Chelsea are playing counter-attacking at the moment, but I do think Poch's style's more high pressed from what I remember at Tottenham.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think the thing we've got to remember here, and maybe, I think I get what TJ's saying, because it's that Tottenham mentality that we have, that something is bound to go wrong. It hasn't yet. Exactly. But the one thing I would say is, because obviously I've watched Chelsea, seeing how they would perform with the players they've got and things like that. And what I would say is that when you look at what Chelsea are, it's very reminiscent of what Tottenham were in our first season. Okay, he had players that were given to him. I think a lot of them he's not happy with. I don't think you can clearly see he doesn't fancy Nicholas Jackson, even though that's the only one he's got. He's got other players there I don't think, that suit what he's trying to do. And I think, you could see that he's still trying to implement that. He is still trying to get across his methods into what these players are wanting to do. Now, the only differences for me between Pochettino and Postecoglou is the fact that Pochettino has had a lot of money spent for him, whereas I think Postecoglou hasn't had as much money, but has had the players he wanted. And I think that's where potentially we'll see the difference here. Because if you look at what has already been said in terms of what has been coming out from Chelsea and what's coming out of Tottenham, what's coming out of Tottenham is key areas that they want to strengthen the squad. Whereas what you're hearing from Chelsea is more of a case of, I need to replace what I've got in my starting 11. I think he's had a look at it. I think he's seeing some of that. And what I would say from what I have seen of Chelsea is that they are brilliant going forward. They really are. They're very, aggressive. I watched them against Burnley. They pressed them and they took the ball and they went forward with it. As it stands at this point, though, they couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. And when you actually look at that attacking options that they've got, they are bereft of people You know, because when you look at what Tottenham did when they lost Harry Kane, it was a case of sharing out the goals. Whereas the problem is for Chelsea, they've lost, you know, if you
Yeah.
look back as far as what they had when, you know, I mean, I can't even think of the last time they had a decent striker that was putting 20, 30 goals in, or other players that were chipping in. At the moment, when you look at Chelsea, they can get into the positions, but they can't score. Whereas Tottenham at the moment can get into those positions. And I just feel that unless Chelsea, not Tottenham, unless Chelsea use this as an opportunity to get one over, you know, let's be realistic. At the moment, it feels like this game is more important to Chelsea than it is to Tottenham. Because if Tottenham lose this game, okay, it'll be annoying because it'll be Chelsea, it'll be Pochettino. But Tottenham will still be in a strong position. Let's not forget that. You know, we've not got other competitions in the way apart from when the FA Cup turns round, if we turn up for that. You know, and obviously January will be coming along. So as for us, I think the bigger picture is to be around the top four picture come January, so that when January hits, we can get those few more players in. You know, I've heard talk that Lo Celso will be out the door. You know, I think they're still going to try and get Eric Dyer out the door. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and possibly get Ben Davies or Hugo Lloris out the door as well, and possibly then just look for replacements, with regards to those. But I do just feel that if you look at where Chelsea and Tottenham are, you know, they're in similar positions. It's all about transition. But at the moment, I think Tottenham are further ahead than Chelsea. And I just feel that if Tottenham go out there and they perform like they have done this season, so we're not talking about years gone by, I think, yes, we know what Poch is capable. Yes, we know what Chelsea are capable of. The difference is we're more consistent than they are. And that is the key. If we go out there, because I don't, you know, I mean, you know, TJ was talking about low block or things like that. Ain't going to happen. Chelsea do not low block anybody. I think if Chelsea put in a low block, you know, I think the fans would be up in arms. What they want is, you know, fair dues, and they want entertaining football, and they've got entertaining players to be able to do that. They just haven't got anybody who can score the 20, 30 goals that they need. But what I would say is that between the sort of the players that we have, you know, I think we do. I think we have got players in there, the likes of Son, Maddison, you know, Kulusevski, Johnson. You know, that to me, I know we're probably going to come on to it later, but that would be my starting attack. I don't think we should be playing with Richarlison. I think from the moment Johnson came on at half-time, personally, I think he changed the game at Palace. He offered so much more, and he seems more suited to that and switching in between. So, but I do feel that if Tottenham go out there and just play the Tottenham way and don't get caught up with the, you know, the whole aura and the whole sort of situation around Poch coming back, I think if Tottenham just go out there and play their game and don't get caught up in it, I think they'll win comfortably. But my worry is Tottenham being Tottenham
and get too emotional and
getting caught in the emotional attachment. And that's the thing. I think, you know, I've seen people, you know, polls, and, you know, Poch comes out, do you cheer him or boo him? What
I was going to ask Harry this because I think he's going like me. So
yeah, but what you should do is nothing.
I'm doing nothing, by the way, because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, but that is what fans should do. They should do absolutely nothing. Because if you go out there and boo him, brilliant, I'm under your skin. I can get my team to go out and get the 3 points.
Do what TJ says he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or if you praise me, look, players, these fans still miss me. You see, this is how good I am. But if you go out there and say, do you know what? You're no different to the other managers we've dealt with. We're going to play our game, and that is it, which I think is what Postecoglou's trying to get across. Then we should win the game, in my opinion. But Spurs being Spurs, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2-1 to Chelsea.
Also, you guys, everybody seems positive. I'm the only one that seems like I'm the negative fan right now. But what's your intake about Basuma starting? Do you feel like because he's on a yellow card, that's a cause of concern? As my theory is, I would rather start Højbjerg for the more defensive outlet, and a lot of people are going to disagree. Obviously, Højbjerg can't do exactly what Basuma can do in this actual formation, but to to have an extra defender, in my opinion, but not just to have an extra defender based on Basuma's on a yellow card. Well, one yellow card away from a red card. Do you think that's going to prevent him from performing at his best? Because in my the way I've been watching Basuma, obviously last game he looked like he was afraid to put in a crunching tackle or any significant tackle that could stop you. When it's in the back of your mind that you're gonna, obviously if you get a yellow card you're gonna be simbing for a game, you're not gonna obviously want to put in them crunching tackles. Whereas Højbjerg, that's why I can actually trust him to obviously go 100%. And my theory is I would rather someone that can go 100% than give a 50-50, because that 50-50 could lead to a goal. What's your opinion about that?
Well, the question
Or am I
is,
just the only one that believes that?
yeah, I mean, one question I would say is how long is it that this yellow card lasts for?
19 games.
So
What's
it's
his
19 games.
First 19 games. And then it
First
gets,
19 games.
And my
then it gets, yeah.
So I think
And my
to be
theory
fair
was
with that,
he should have
what
got
I
a yellow
would-
card already.
Right. So what I would say to that is we need to look at how important Basuma is against the because of what, you've got at some point he's going to get that booking. We're 10 games in. He ain't going to go 9 games without booking. So the question being is, at what point do you just turn around and take the risk? Because for me, I'd rather have him playing against Chelsea than because our next game is Wolves away.
That's what I was
Now,
looking
if
just
you're-
now. Yeah.
So to me, I would rather say actually we go with Sarr and Basuma. If he gets booked, he gets booked. So what? He misses that game. But we've got to eliminate the culture of, oh my God, if any of these first 11 get injured, we're screwed. Now at the moment we can't, because we all know that Eric Dyer lurks in the background, and I think that gives anybody nightmares. I know Halloween's just passed, but he is still there.
yeah.
Right. But the fact of it being is we've got to reach a point where Basuma needs to realise, the players need to realise, if you get yourself suspended, that's on you, because we have got a ready-made replacement. Okay, Højbjerg isn't, as good in my opinion, and probably I think will go in January, because I believe if I was a betting person, he'll go to Munich, because I don't think Paulinho will now go. I think Fulham, now he's signed a new contract. I think he will, they're going to be wanting 80, 90 million pounds. He ain't going to go. So I personally think that Munich will go for him. And then we'll be looking at getting an upgrade on that. But at the moment, I would rather, as to answer your question, TJ, I'd rather have Basuma and Sarr start the Chelsea game and then lose Basuma if that happens for the
That's
Wolves
if
game.
he gives 100%. That's only if you're betting on Basuma in the back of his mind will give 100%. Really and truly, I can't
he
bet.
shouldn't be playing at all.
See, exactly. That's my point was, because we mentioned this in the Crystal Palace preview. I felt, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of other Tottenham fans agreed on especially Harry agreed. He looked like he was a bit nervous to obviously go for a tackle, which could be right. Again, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I do make a mistake, I'm going to be suspended for the Chelsea game. Also, just a tactical, not really a tactical insight, didn't it? I was watching Expressions on the Don Robbie show, and he done like a tactical insight of Basuma. They done a little video, and Basuma must have seen Expressions. He also promised Expressions that he wasn't going to get a yellow card. So now, for me, in my head, he's not playing 100%. TJ, bro, I think you're over analyzing Basuma's yellow card. No, 110% not. Because if I need my player to do a crunching tackle, put it like this, do the crunching tackle. For me, it's one of them ones where in the back of his mind, he's not going to want to make that tackle because he's going to get suspended. I would rather Højbjerg play, knowing he's going to put the tackle in and get the yellow card.
So my question
That's
to you
just
then, so my question to you then, TJ, are you then saying that Basuma doesn't play for the next 9 games?
no. Oh no. See, okay, so you haven't actually realized how I've even said he should have got a yellow card in Crystal Palace. I predicted Højbjerg to start. I've predicted us to lose against Chelsea. So my starting lineup.
I get what you're saying there, but the ultimate view of that is that at some point, Basuma
He has to get the yellow card.
I'd rather he got a yellow card against Chelsea.
Yeah.
For me, no. This is how I saw it. For me, we should have played. I've lost what I was going to say. For me, we should play Højbjerg in the Chelsea game, and Basuma should have got the yellow card in the Crystal Palace game. Wipe that shit off his system. Next time, he's not going to have a yellow card. And the only reason why I want Højbjerg to play, it's not just based on the yellow card, it's because I want an extra defensive man. Because counter-attacking teams, between Van der Ven and Romero, and we've seen Van der Ven recover. But I'm telling you, a lot of Spurs fans are all positive because we've won, we're undefeated. We're not really seeing Tottenham. We're seeing a positive side. Trust, I'm gonna leave the game to speak for itself, because like I said, I even put myself on the line. I said if we win, I'll eat a chili. I'll eat a chili on this show. Yeah. I'll eat a chili. You know what? Put it like
Monday
this.
night is in the chili.
TJ.
Has.
I am with you. I do understand where you're coming from, because ultimately, what I would say is that we have seen Tottenham fail multiple occasions. We've seen Spurs do Spurs. There is a reason. There is still, no matter what anybody says, there is still a reason. There's that term Spursy. Okay, it is there. And at the moment, I don't think people are watching Spurs thinking, we're going to win the title. We're going to go and do this. We're going to go do this. It's going to be amazing. Everybody, and I guarantee if any Spurs fan says otherwise to this, they are full of shit, really. And that is, when's it going to go wrong? Okay, because it's lovely what it is. It's lovely what's happening, but we all do it. We all sat there when Ange won manager of the month. Oh my God, Nuno won manager of the month. We know what's going to happen here. When he won it again, well, he's surely going to have a curse. It comes at some point. When we came up against United, well, we never win against United, so that that's going to happen. Liverpool, we okay, we got a bit of luck, but we don't usually get that sort of luck. It's those sort of things. So I don't think any fan is against what you're saying there. I think the thing more is that Tottenham at the moment are on a wave, a good wave. Yes, we don't know how long it will last. I do, though, feel that Tottenham need to go out and be 110% then. Because if they try and...
I agree with that, yeah.
One thing. One of the things that's happened with Spurs is too many times Tottenham have respected the opposition. When, we can go back to Champions League final, we can go back to when we were going for the title. There were times we respected the opposition. And we need to go out there, forget Poch, forget Chelsea, play our game, and we may get the result. I personally think it will be a draw. I do, because I think technically both teams almost counter themselves, they're similar.
Counter themselves out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They both play the same way. But I do feel that Tottenham have to start, and I totally get what you're saying about it, because you're thinking in the ways of Tottenham of old. If we lose one of our best players, we could be screwed. But I do feel that at some point, Tottenham have to turn around and get rid of that mentality and go, do you know what? Screw this Chelsea, screw this Pochettino, and just go for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. I'm just going to put this to the table. Now, this is why I need people to challenge me, because now I've got someone to challenge off of. Listen, you're poor host, man. You and me, I always have my way. Carrie, I'm sorry, I've got I've got a challenger. No, I'm joking. But put it like this, innit? Put it like this. Let me can we all agree?
Coming out, by the way.
yeah. I'll release it. Put Kulu in the middle. Yeah. And my joking. Yeah, okay, cool. No, what I was just about to say, in terms of Højbjerg, can we all agree that Højbjerg has been playing decent?
Yeah.
Regardless if you think he's better than Basuma, I'm just saying for what he's done and when he's been called upon, he's been decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Now, my opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm not just saying because Basuma is on a yellow card why I want Højbjerg to start. I also need another defensive outlet to stop the counters, to stop people like Sterling running off of Pedro Porro when he inverts, to stop to stop the likes of if Mudryk even is starting. These are fast players. We need a defensive midfielder. And again, you're gonna think maybe I'm too negative. I'm just basing it off of not previous Spurs. I'm basing it off of what I see, and I'm basing it off the template that I saw against Arsenal, because Arsenal implements a front foot system. But look, they struggled. Arsenal struggled against Chelsea. If it wasn't for a few mistakes from Chelsea, it would have been a masterclass from Pochettino. Again, I agree why a lot of people want Basuma to start. It's just, I hope he gives 100%. And if he doesn't, then we'll be in this issue where we should have started Højbjerg.
So I was going to go to the Poch thing again quickly before we go to something else. Harry, I'm going to the game. I'm not going to do anything. Are you booing or cheering for Poch or doing anything?
I was going to boo, but then I listened to what Justin said, and it actually does make sense. The fact that you act normally like any other game, and that does put you in the best position. I'm just going to ignore that.
I think Chris is more of an issue, by the way, still. But anyway,
I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
I do agree. with Poch, I think probably...
he can stat pad, but I don't think he's actually been playing well at all this season. I'd rather see Rod Johnson on the right, personally, against Chelsea. But
we'll see what Ange goes with. But with Poch, I think that, if you want to remain neutral, I think that's fine. But I don't want to see people cheering for him personally. I think what he's done is great. There's no doubt about it. We got to Champions League final. We've got close to win the league once and not twice. And that was great. I'll be grateful, to him for that. However, for me, there is a line that is if you go to Chelsea or Arsenal. I see Chelsea up there. If not side by side with Arsenal. I think right now, Chelsea's probably a bigger rival because of the extra Poch thing, as TJ says.
But where does the rivalry for Chelsea stem from, apart from the fact they're in London? Isn't it because of, for example, I go back to 06 when they knocked Arneson off of us.
Hold on, sorry, can I just pause you for a minute?
Yeah.
Can I pause you for a minute? Can you put can you put up that comment for Ayers below? Yeah, cool.
Off below, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Whatever. Yeah, cool. Look, why wouldn't Basuma give 100%? Firstly, we saw against Crystal Palace, he was backing out of. In my opinion, he was backing out of.
He wasn't.
Tackles.
It was a poor game. It was a poor game from him.
Yeah, it was okay. We can class it as poor, but however, I felt he was not committing himself into challenges. Now,
I agree with that. Personally. Yeah.
Now.
I think it's better than him not getting suspended though for Chelsea. So I think those game against Palace.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. However, this is my issue. We're just basing it off of Chelsea. What if it goes on to Wolves? What if it goes on to Man City? Do you see my point? We're just saying he's just doing that for the Chelsea game. If we start seeing him doing that in the Chelsea game, I feel we should start Højbjerg. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. I don't want him to pussycat out, yeah, because for me, I need someone. Yeah. I don't. But personally, I don't want him. If I see him, okay, let's not challenge it. What will happen? It would lead to a goal. So in my opinion. This is just my opinion. You can agree to it or you can disagree. I'm not trying to convince every Spurs fan that that I'm right.
Talking
I
Tottenham away,
feel TJ, you need
who's running the account tonight? They're having a shock.
Is it Will Stewart?
to
Or is it Stell?
not
Or is
play
it
Basuma
Murray?
against Chelsea is suicidal.
Somebody's had too
What
much
the
to
hell
drink,
are
I think.
you on about, bro? For me,
No idea.
Højbjerg.
But still, you haven't watched most of the stream, so you don't know what he's talking
Listen, for me, Højbjerg. Look, this is my point. I'm just gonna try. He's come onto the stream a bit late, so I will try to explain my point quick. If he's not going to give 100%, when I mean 100%, put in a tackle and go in for that tackle, I would rather see Højbjerg start. Why? Because at least I know someone's going to make a tackle.
So
And
what I'm saying to you now is, say if Basuma starts, I'm just posing this question to you. And the first half hour, 40 minutes, he's been like a pussycat. So I didn't want to say the word.
Then I'll sub him off.
Yeah, sub him off for half time, yeah?
Sub him off for half time. Because the thing is, it's going to affect the whole team. We're against Chelsea. We want him to make tackles. It's not. Look, again, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 110% right. It's just I'm taking the template of what I've just seen. I've seen him pussy out in tackles. For me, that's a red flag. Is that wrong? Is that wrong for me to judge?
To be fair, you're analysing one game, and a
lot of Spurs fans are saying, look at this year. A lot of Spurs fans are saying we're going to win a title over 10 games. Come on. One game, I'm analysing how he played, and it's going to go on to the next game.
Although, I joke around with a lot of people, like, can we, etc., win the title? Not for 1 minute do I think we can. It's just all a joke. For me, I'm waiting for the bubble to burst. So,
well,
shush it, you. I knew you'd say that.
So you can't really say much.
Tottenham away. I usually agree with TJ, but he's over analyzing this. Maybe I'm right.
Maybe you understand this different way.
Maybe I'm right. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm over analyzing it. Again, I can only put my hands up. I'm not confident within myself. I'm not even confident that we're going to get a result against Chelsea. So maybe that stemmed from that.
It comes from that,
yeah. That stemmed from that. Maybe that's where it stemmed from. Again, but we will see. We will see against Chelsea, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I can come on here and say, "Yo, I'm wrong," and then you're going to see me on Monday eating a chili. Exactly.
I can't wait.
Exactly. But hold on. If I'm right, and I don't want to be right, because I'd rather be wrong than right, because I want Tottenham to win. I want Tottenham to win every single game. I will never, in my heart, I will never predict Tottenham to lose a game. I'm just not confident in this Chelsea game. Is that fair?
Understandable. I mean,
it's understandable.
I hope
Chelsea,
I've kind of explained everything.
What I would say is that if there was an opportunity to beat Chelsea, to be fair, this should be it, because we are on the upward trajectory. And if you look at Chelsea, they're still trying to work out what they are. The players are still trying to fit a system. You know, they've been brought in. It's almost like, ironically, back when Poch was there, you know, when you look at, you know, when we were buying the likes of Nkudu and G and players like that, it was, you know, you look at Chelsea, they're just buying players for the sake of buying players. And at the end of the day, they're giving a manager an opportunity to try and put it together. So at the moment, I still think it's hit and miss. I feel that there is enough in this that we should be winning. The only thing that will stop us winning this game is Spurs being Spurs. So, you know, that is where my view of it is. If they go out there and deliver what they have done this season so far, then they should be winning. But emphasis on should, to be fair.
Again, sorry, I'm getting a lot of comments. Okay, cool. So ask TJ, would he drop Pedro Porro for his poor performance? I'm not dropping Pedro Porro. It's not about poor performances. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason why I'm dropping Basuma is because he's not giving 100%, and not that. Look, for me, he's scared to make a tackle.
Maybe,
you know, and if he's scared to make a tackle, I would rather someone that's gonna be willing to make a tackle. That's why I don't want Basuma to play.
Well, for me, the way
TJ,
I see it with your point, is that it was like, to me, it's like if you say you're doing working the job right and you tend to take an off day or a relaxed day because you're still going to be there. The next day after, you might be a bit more relaxed and not perform as well. That's how I see it. Like the energy is a bit different, and because he played like a bit rusty-ish, maybe
You think it's rustiness?
No, I just think the way it wasn't rustiness, but I'm saying the
I personally sort of look at it and I think at the end of the day, we're over-analysing probably one game here, realistically. We need to obviously see if this is something
we need to move on from this.
But what we need to do is work out exactly, if it's one game, then it's one game. But if it continues, then yes, maybe Højbjerg does need to come in.
Can I just say, I think that, and some of the comments have brought this up, and I do agree with the fact that I'd rather Basuma not play as well against Palace, but be able to play against Chelsea. TJ, I absolutely get where you're coming from in terms of that defensive body with Højbjerg. I don't think that's an awful idea at all. However, I think that Basuma's more technically gifted and can unlock that Chelsea defence, for example, a lot easier, which is already struggling to cope this season. So for me, I probably would still start Basuma, but I think he will give 100%. If Basuma gives 110% and gets a yellow card, it is what it is. He misses Wolves away. I just didn't want him to miss the Chelsea game, so I think he will.
TJ, I can't work out what's more of a shocker: your decision of Basuma or Harry wearing that turtleneck. I haven't decided which one is a more shocker at the moment. I noticed he's come on like a right proper smooth operator up there, isn't he?
Smooth operator.
By the end of the night, he's going to finish and hand somebody a box of milk tray. And to be honest, that's a very old reference. But I think at the end of the day, we're just going to have to see what happens, and hopefully, it is they go out there. They play their football, and we show Chelsea that London is white.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I hope it's a good game, man. I hope we win it.
I don't base everything on stats, so I actually think Rice has been better this season, but that's just my take.
TJ, stop being Hazard this week. Yeah, man, you're deluded. You know what, Haz? The way Tottenham fans have come on to me, I might be deluded like you, bro.
That's what we do.
I've joined the team. I've joined the team. I've joined the team. You've rubbed off on me. This is why we need to have
this
time.
This guy wanted Sean Dyche. Don't forget it. This guy wanted Sean Dyche instead of Boston Colley.
For real. He wanted Sean Dyche. He said he's gonna be a better manager. He's going to be the best option for Tottenham to go for. That's what you said to me.
Yeah.
I have video footage of that.
Sorry, which one? Who wanted to?
And I asked him, listen, you know what? Yeah, I done my due diligence. I thought maybe he was a bit drunk, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, for me personally, I basically asked him, no. Say it again. He confident he was like, I think Sean Dyche will be good at Tottenham.
Yeah, I did say that.
What are you saying now, huh?
I thought we were going to fight in relegation this season. That's why I picked Sean Dyche.
Oh, my word. Can we get back to the Basuma talk? I think I'd rather that than talk about Sean Dyche.
All right, Haz, what's the next topic, bro?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we might need to move swiftly on from Sean Dyche and Basuma, because I'm just going to have nightmares of literally double team of Sean Dyche and Basuma.
Anyway, so Harry, Newcastle playing Arsenal tomorrow. I think City are playing. So we're the last game of the weekend. Do you think
City playing Bournemouth and they'll be top by the time we play? Yeah.
Do you think us playing last does make a difference in some sort of way, or?
No, of course not. It's like any other game. But the only difference is that there's pressure on us because we will go into that game not being funny, not top of the league. So. Well, I'm assuming because I think City will beat Bournemouth at home. I don't think Arsenal will beat Newcastle, but I think City will be top of the league. I love it. No, obviously it won't be easy, but you must, like Justin says, mustn't let the occasion get the better of us. But no, you shouldn't have any impact. This is all these things about Poch as well. We shouldn't have an impact. The players should keep playing keep doing what they're doing, and should keep talking to them like it has been. Like, for example, half time the team talk should be the same. The lineup should be the same, because what we're seeing right now is working and it's effective. So there's no need for players changing mindset because Poch has come back. Focus on ourselves before we think about the opposition.
Justin, before you decide to go solo, like Justin Timberlake did for NSYNC eventually, do you think our rivals playing for us make any sort of effect on us at all?
No, it shouldn't do, because that again is basing it on us being in a position where we can take a title race seriously. I think as Ange said himself, let's just live the dream, let's enjoy it. Why should it matter? We're not in that position where yet we've got a good enough squad to even be in the conversation. Also, we're 10 games in. We know what ultimately the biggest picture is here, is that we've got to be building so that we never have the years we've had under the likes of Mourinho or last year or Nuno or any of that. It should be a case of that, we've got Ange here for 4 years. We've got the new sporting director. We've got the new head of recruitment in, Scott Munn's in place. This should now be a setup that is able to build, and it shouldn't matter when we play. I mean, I was more worried about the fact when we played Monday Fulham and Friday against Palace, and yet we walked away with 6 points. So it shouldn't really matter when we play, because ultimately at this point, we're not in a conversation of a title race. There isn't a title race to be had. Doesn't matter who you're talking about. Nobody's in a title race because we're 10 games in. If it's like 20 games or 25 games or 30 games in, yes, different conversation can be had. But we all know if Van der Ven gets injured, as I mentioned earlier, Dyer comes back in.
Madison.
If Madison gets injured, we've got the Celso coming back in. If Song gets injured, we've got Belize coming back in. Nothing against Belize, obviously he scored against Peterborough, but that makes my point. He scored against Peterborough. So, we know full well that this squad is 1 or 2 injuries away from an absolute nightmare. And ultimately, to me, we shouldn't be thinking about any of that. What we should be thinking about is, right, get to January. If we can get to January and we're still in that mix and we can go out, and this is where, and I've seen a lot of people, myself included, have been critical of the owners, but this is where they then have to now, because let's be honest, there's no anybody here who really said at the beginning of this they wanted Ange Postecoglou absolutely talking out their ass. They did not.
Lies.
I didn't want him.
Lies.
Lots of people didn't want him. We've got him, and we've now got this amazing journey that we've seen. However, that is the owners, getting 21. Right, that is it. It's literally landing on a flush. They have got they've hit the jackpot with this guy. But
100%, they got lucky twice, so they're not going to get lucky again.
But this is now where it comes back to them, because they have been given a reprieve. I don't think people have forgiven what's gone on, but they've been given a reprieve. But that reprieve ends in January, because in January, Postecoglou, needs further backing. He'll need further players. So at this point, it is just a case of just getting ourselves to January and being in the mix. If we can do that, regardless of who we play, regardless of when we play, that is when the conversation then changes. But at this point, I don't think it really matters, because I just think as well, when you look at particularly the manager, there's no emphasis from the manager of winning the title. There's no pressure on him to win the title. At this point, it is getting us away from the horrific season we had last year, the horrific players we had in our squad last year, and building onto something that actually we can then start to be having conversations of being in the title race. Because at this point, there's no title race, and it doesn't matter when we play.
Agreed, man. Agreed with everything that you just said.
We're in title race. Just as of yet.
No. I agree. I agree. We just need to get to January and med up these people. Like, let's be honest with you. Put the steroids in if they're on the steroids. The the painkillers. You know, get to January with no injuries, and Levy, you've got
Spend
unlucky
some
twice.
money.
This is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, you've got unlucky twice. I don't know who.
has.
Listen,
But then obviously this is where he has got to then give the reins to Scott Munn, to Johan
he
Lange,
needs
to
to.
Rob McKenzie.
What he needs to do is
They need all of that in place to back Postecoglou, because this could turn from something enjoyable to something really exciting.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. He needs to take his fingers out of his ass and let it rain, bruv. Let it rain.
Let it rain.
You know.
So far we've seen, if you take, and I really, that image is gonna, I'm gonna struggle with that one. I'm telling you now, before we move on, I'm gonna have a nightmare of a crime fighting duo of bloody Yves Bissouma with Sean Dyche trying to attack Daniel Levy. He's got his fingers up his ass. That is the part that is absolutely gonna haunt me until honestly, if I don't sleep, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to message you, TJ, and I am going to buy that chili, but it's going to have been up my arse before you eat it.
Oh!
I do not care. I do not care. We've got to, honestly, this is just nightmares, this is. Sorry, I don't know where we were going after this.
Yeah.
Can I just say something before we go on to the next topic? Do you agree that we need a centre back and an attacking player before we get a striker? Because I'm on the belief that the striking position is important. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as important than.
If you said to me we're going to sign 3 players, who would it be? I'd say a playmaker to back up Maddison, because I think from the reports, as I said, they're looking to get Lo Celso off the books. I just don't think
attacking player. Yeah, I'm calling it attacking player. Yeah,
to replace Dyer, and for me it would be a left back, because
a left back. Thank you.
100%.
You know, once Udogie got injured, because if you look at the right hand side, Porro and Royal can do a job. Davies, I don't think can, in terms of how we want to set up. So I do feel that, because that's what you've really got to be looking at here, is what can you do to get through really till the summer? You know, obviously January you shouldn't be doing lots of business, but we know we need to. So if you were trying to sort of slimline what Tottenham need to do, the right hand side, I think Porro and Royal can get us through till the summer. You know, I don't feel that, you know, as we saw, and particularly under Palace, when Udogie was injured, that's where they attacked. I know you were worried about Porro, but they attacked Davies because they thought, you know.
No, I wasn't worried about Porro. It was the comments.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just thinking how long it took for you to get your lights back on, to be honest. I was going to stop. It was just all this that was going on to get it done and what have you. I thought you were going into some sort of weird dance. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was. But I do feel that, as I said, if you told me we were going to sign 3 players, centre back, left back, attacking midfielder, that's your 3 that we need. The only one that might interest me is Nico Williams from Bilbao, because his contract's coming.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
You know, as I said,
Reguilón back from.
Tottenham tend to snap up when they see them. That would be one where he's got a contract up in the summer. If they can get him cheap, then absolutely. Especially if it meant they had to take a hit on, you know, pushing Richarlison up top, or if they could get a striker, then Richarlison goes. But, you know, according to Harry, Rishi will come good.
Yeah, Reguilón back in January. Do you think that kind of like when I say solves, I don't even believe this. I don't even want to say it. Yeah,
he's not coming back. The
deal
was that he's there till the summer.
Yeah,
that was my understanding when I read of it. The only reason they didn't get Cucurella and they got Reguilón was the signing on fee. Chelsea wanted a massive signing on fee.
As well with Reguilón, isn't there, Justin, that he can come back in January?
No, apparently, because I watched about that, and Alistair Gold apparently said there wasn't one. There wasn't talk that there was one. There was a lot of people thought there was. But the understanding, and I could be wrong, but the understanding is that there isn't one. He is there. It's more a case of that Tottenham didn't ask for a fee. for him to go. I think the understanding was that they just paid his wages, so he is there. So you've got to think from a United point of view. Why would you send him back? Yeah, okay, you'll have players coming back, but this is a guy that you're just paying his wages. If they get injured again, you've got to try and get somebody else, and then they will then ask for a fee on top. Whereas actually they can just say, look, we'll keep you as an option, and okay, we pay 80 grand a week for you, which in theory to United is nothing.
Interesting.
I also think it's time in January to sell Sessegnon as well. If we can get that left back in, not being funny, but get Sessegnon out the door as well, I think that'll be.
We need to sell that. We need to sell that Play-Doh guy. He's made out of Play-Doh. I don't understand what. He needs the vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin O, bruv. His DNA is corrupt. Sometimes when you get a glitch in it.
Worse.
Right, but at least he's getting. Yeah, and Dembele is terrible. I can't even defend that. I tried my best, and I can't even say he was good at spinning around, maybe, but
he would.
Yeah, man. Can we actually accept that though? There's a player in Dembele.
Oh,
there is a player.
To be fair though, you can list him with the likes of Balotelli, a wonderful player, but an idiot, and there's so many of them. I mean, you remember Taarabt, a wonderful player who, could have been
the first person that came to my head when
Taarabt, Ravel Morrison, players like that.
Terrible
David
players,
Bentley, David Bentley, I couldn't believe it. He retired in before he was 30. Players like that who were so good, so gifted, just couldn't be bothered. Just could not be bothered. They got
that's on them though. Like Ndombele, for me, I don't know about you guys, but there's no sympathy with Ndombele. It's all on him. He's got the talent, but he's not willing to put the effort in, and that for me shows in football that you can have as much skill and as much be technically gifted player if you like as you want, but if you're not willing to put the effort in, then you aren't going to go far. So for me, that effort, that commitment, 110% comes first. I think that this is proven.
I think we should just sell Ndombele to McDonald's at this point.
Wait, hold on. Can I just ask a question? For Earth Below, do I know you in person? Do you work with me? Are you the CEO?
I'm sorry. Is this now like a haunting session or something? Are you going to say? Can I sense you? Tell me what you look.
No. I'm just looking. I think it's someone I know, innit? I have a feeling it's someone I know.
Oh, okay, all right.
So for Earth Below, if you could slide into TJ's DMs and
explain yourself.
Yeah, man.
If you two want to hook up and take it from there, good on you. You go.
I'm available right now, man.
He means right now.
Well, this stream has gone way off.
It has, and I'm sorry.
But that's what you like about streams like this, because even though it's off topic, it's enjoyable. I hate streams that are just all one way up. I like to have a conversation.
Apparently, he's worked at HSBC since 2001 till 2000.
Oh, okay, cool. My bad, man. My bad. I thought it's someone I know. Sorry, because you were saying a few.
So what you're saying?
No, it's just look. There's someone that works with me. No, what I'm just off topic. There's someone that works with me that has seen me jump on this channel.
Oh,
and
all right.
He basically made a few comments that were kind of similar to what the guy that I know. I'm saying? So I thought that was the person, but nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, and
follow me.
Obviously this isn't going to work out, but this was the shortest lived relationship in streaming history.
Yeah, it didn't last long, did it?
PJ just realised doesn't want it, and that's it. So I'm sorry.
That's not done, mate. I'm sorry.
What an animal, TJ. That is just harsh. That is
broken.
Brutal.
But I think it's no changes. Just leave it at that.
No changes. All right. TJ, apart from Højbjerg, anything else?
About what? Chelsea game?
The team, because apparently
he's focusing on that.
What are we talking about here?
Adogi's 50.
Is Udogie 50-50? Then I would play Emerson Royale as much as it'll pay us, but that's the only player that
I think
we could
Davies has a
obviously play
knock,
there.
right? I might be wrong, guys. Does Davies have a
No,
knock?
he did say it was 50-50. Udogie was.
Unless, look, it might sound crazy that I'm suggesting this, and do you know what? After the stream I've had
Don't
today,
you tell me
bro.
that Højbjerg should play left back. Come on, we
No,
don't
I know
want
what
that.
he's
No,
gonna say.
no, no,
I
no,
know
no.
what he's
I
gonna
know.
say. I know
No,
what he's gonna
maybe it's crazy that I'm suggesting this, innit? But what if we flip? I'm not even gonna say this after the stream I've had. You know,
say.
forget
I
that.
know. I know. What you're
I was gonna say,
know
what if we
you're gonna
put Van der Ven
Yeah,
at left back,
yeah.
and then we play Ben Davis or
Oh,
Dyer?
God.
no,
I
you're gonna say
don't
his
know,
name,
or
aren't you?
Ashley Phillips. I don't know.
Oh,
You know
I
what I'm
thought you
trying
were
to
gonna
say?
Dyer for a
A
second.
centre back. Look, I don't want that to happen.
You know
But
what, TJ? I thought that you talking about Basuma on a yellow card was the craziest thing you've said tonight. But turning around,
That's topped
and
it.
basically, that is topped it. That is.
Van der Ven left back and Højbjerg centre
No,
back.
Yeah,
no,
and
look,
what we'll do, don't worry about it.
again,
Van der Ven left back, we'll put
if-
Maurice in there, you know, and then up top we'll give Son a break and maybe put Valise, and maybe if we can get back, because Bale's going to be coming down, so we can probably hook him up and get him on
Yeah.
there, and you know, Gary
Might as well get
Bale,
Llorente as well.
yeah, you know, Ledley King, dodgy knees, but we could probably get him out of the freezer. We'll
Michael
get him out
Dawson's
there.
Michael Dawson's still, I think, ready to go.
And still probably
Yeah.
can get him out of the space. We'll just get them all on there, shall we?
yeah, I know. I think
Why
the
not?
obvious position. Let's be honest with you. The obvious position is obviously Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale goes in because we don't have any options unless we have anybody from the youth that can play left. But again, too short of notice. So Emerson Royale has to start with me.
That I will agree with.
So no Van der Ven left
You know.
back.
No,
No, but you can play there though. No, but wait, let's
cares?
get correct though.
I
Let's
can
get
play
correct.
there. I'm rubbish.
No,
What did you have in
but
your
let's
coffee
get it
today? Did you
correct.
drink coffee? Sorry.
No, let's get it correct though. He can
I
actually
was
play
asking.
there. At Wolfsburg, he played there.
No, I
Quite
agree with you.
quite
He
a lot
does
of
well
his
at left
games.
back. He does well at left
Which
back. Yeah.
look again.
I see what you're saying, TJ, but in terms of, I don't really think that playing Phillips or Højbjerg centre back against
Again,
Chelsea.
yeah, I was just suggesting. I don't want it. I was just suggesting. It was just suggestion. I don't even believe it myself. This is why we should have players to come in.
More options.
You get where I'm coming from. We shouldn't be talking about people like Dyer, people like Ben Davis. They shouldn't even be at our club. The fact that we're still talking about Ben Davis and Dyer after 10 years. Come on, man. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
Okay, but I just want to say he's right about Van der Ven because I saw Van der Ven play for Denmark. Holland at left back.
Denmark.
Really good.
God.
Yeah.
If you do your research, wait, let me just. I'm not just saying this blindly. If you do your research, Van der Ven played, I think less than 30 games, about 15 games as left back.
Really?
At
For
Wolfsburg.
Did he? Oh.
Yes,
He can do a job there.
I remember when we.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can play there.
TJ, also, you've got to remember this is a completely different system, not being funny, but here at Spurs under Postecoglou, we play with like inverted fullbacks. Can Van der Ven cope with that aspect of it? I personally don't
think so. You know why I think, you know why I believe that? Because he's fast, he's got a good recovery pace, and the problem with the likes of Ben Davis, he didn't have the recovery. He didn't even know what he was doing. In fact, let's be honest with you, he was getting caught, like he was going up and getting lost and not tracking back. Whereas Van der Ven has a recovery pace to averagely do the inverted role. Maybe the quality of what passing and what you're going to say, shooting, maybe it's not there, but I believe he could do a job.
If we had
we haven't seen it. We can't rule it out though. That's the thing.
If Udogie got injured and if Davis got injured, if Emerson got injured, then perhaps. But that would be for me the last option to turn to. I think defensively you're right. I don't worry, but going forward I think is a worry. But this is what you have pre-season for, training sessions for, perhaps to trial these kind of things. I just don't want to do it against Chelsea.
If we do get another centre back in January, which I believe we should, we obviously should.
Yeah. Strong centre back.
I'm not saying we should do it. I'm just saying, does that become an option where we move Van der Ven as a left back?
No.
In the sense when if if
Absolutely
Ndogi gets injured. No?
Then you get another one. Then you that is though going back to what I was saying. You get that left back. If we're serious about playing people in their best positions, we've done this too many times in the past where we've stuck plasters over things. No, we turn around, we say, right, in January, and that's why I said we go and get a centre back, we go and get a left back, because we need it to be, we've seen Reguilon, Sessegnon do not fit that system. Udogie does, Ben Davies doesn't. So ultimately, we should turn around and get Reguilon, leave him where he is. Sessegnon, get him out on loan. Ben Davies, obviously, they're going to keep him because of the versatility that he has. But ultimately, for me, it has to then be another left back coming in that can do that job and compete with Udogie for it.
Agreed. Okay, argument's sake, I'm just putting this on the table as well. You might think it's crazy.
Oh, here we go.
Sessegnon
Really,
Not
if
anymore.
Sessegnon gets fit, wait,
this is going to be
hold
controversial.
on 1 second. One second. If Sessegnon gets fit, we haven't actually seen him under Postecoglou yet. Do you think we should give him a run out, or do you think we need to get better?
He needs loan first.
Personally, I'm on the take that we should get better. However, if we're not going to obviously get the left back, can he become an option?
You mean give him a go there, basically?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he's going to be the starter, but we don't know. Listen, we're running.
I see your point.
That I can see, but I mean, for me, I think it depends on. I think it will depend on where Tottenham are. I think if Tottenham are at the top and in a similar position, I don't think you can. But I think if we're sort of around third, fourth, fifth, somewhere there, then yeah, okay, maybe you can give them.
Because if we're in a title race that we hope to be, then
if you are genuinely in the title race, then absolutely not. You've got to turn around and go for top quality.
And if we're in the mix like we are now, not being funny, but January, then there. I know it's a difficult time to get deals done, but it is so important. It's a bit different, I suppose, if you're in third or fourth, although and should still be backed and signings should still be made. Even more so if we're in the title race. Look at Arsenal. Credit to them, they went out here. I mean, really close to winning it last season. I mean, I laughed at them, but they actually had a great season and really close to beating Manchester City to it, despite falling away at the end. And then they've gone out there and improved this summer. I don't agree with the signings of the likes of Havertz, but where were they really weak last season? Defensive midfield, because of Xhaka's vulnerability and his rational side of his game. So they brought Declan Rice in. That is going to be such an important signing. What was the other issue for them? They couldn't beat the team they were trying to finish above in the league, Manchester City. What they already done this season, they've beaten them. So in terms of they've gone out there and done that. So for me, we're here right now in January. There's no reason why we shouldn't be out there looking, because we know that Ivan Toney's available. Big fee, yes. But if Tottenham, if we're serious, Daniel Levy's serious that he wants to be in a title race, or wants to have a serious chance of winning a title race, bearing in mind we're going up against one of the best, if not the best team in the world in Manchester City, and team in Arsenal who have once again improved their squad, then we have to go out there and pay the money for Toney. We have to go out there and pay the money for left back. We have to go out there and pay the money, and also, in my opinion, for a very strong third centre back in case one gets injured. So you've got to plan for the worst. So
what's the minimum? Hold on, sorry, Harry. What's the minimum signings that we need to make in January? Sorry, I just want to clarify something. Two. So anything less is a failure, yeah?
Again, TJ, it depends on the individuals, because we could sign an 18-year-old, not being funny, no disrespect to Phillips, but if we sign another Phillips as a centre-back, then that isn't acceptable. It's got to be a ready-to-go, experienced, quality centre-back. For me, not many people agree at this moment in time, because he's currently been isolated. I think he's injured as well by Marco Silva, and that is Tosin Adebayo. I think a ready-to-go centre-back who's underestimated, came through the academy at City, for example, is a very strong third centre back. I think, for example, in that position, left back may be a bit harder, but centre back.
He plays both positions, though. He's listed as both positions. He can play left back as well.
He can play either position, which is fantastic.
Interesting.
I think we need a left back, a centre back, and an attacking player. So I'm saying three.
How long have I been saying this to you? Listen, how long have I been saying? A lot of people say the striking position is a major position that we need to replace. However, first position that we need to replace. Not replace, but get backups or get players. Centre back. We need that centre back position. So important,
100%.
you know.
Yeah.
the attacking. When I say attacking midfield, attacking midfield. What attacking midfield that can play either left mid, right mid. You know, someone that can just bounce around all three of them positions, and then if Levy wants to get jiggy with the money, you know, splash, 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 left back, or
Sorry.
or go for the striker. Left back or go for the striker.
Definitely needs to be. I think a centre back, a left back, and a playmaker for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need a winger though. Like.
No, we don't. No.
I believe we do. I believe we do. I believe we do.
He comes available. That is an option.
Who?
Nico Williams. He's at Athletic Bilbao.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
What about Sancho? Would you take Sancho?
No.
I'm not a fan of him, to be honest.
Not at all.
You wouldn't take Sancho?
No, I'm not a fan of Sancho.
You've got to understand why would you want to? Let's not forget we've had players with disciplinary issues.
Cool.
Why would you want to bring somebody in of a similar ilk?
Forget tic tacs, forget tactics, forget all of it. Sancho, Son, and someone else on that left mid. What are you saying? Are you not telling me? Are you forget where Tottenham fans for a minute?
Telling you.
Just Sancho. Imagine Sancho in this team.
I have no.
TJ, I understand where you're coming from.
No.
We've got our squad. We've got to prioritise what's important. For me, that third centre back, very important. Like Justin says as well, perhaps a backup for Maddison in case he gets injured. Left back, very, very important. We've got, Johnson, 50 million. Richarlison, similar. You know, big price tags who are there to deliver. We've got plenty of players. Perisic will come back as well. At this moment in time, perhaps we haven't got the amazing options, but that's only due to injury. I don't think we need another
Perisic. I don't know what you're smoking, buddy, but Perisic is not putting on a fucking jersey.
Perisic is finished, man. He ain't gonna play another game for Spurs.
Yeah, I don't know what he's smoking, buddy. I'm sorry. I have to draw a line. Perisic, his career's ended. Let's be honest with you here.
Well, at least I don't want
he'll go back to Hijack Split. That's where he'll end up.
You know, cool. So we're all on agreement.
At least I don't move our best player to left back. So there's the difference.
Yeah, no, we're our best player to left back. Yeah, but look. I'm not saying that's the ultimate decision. I'm saying with what we've got right now, you know.
Play left back, bring him in. So
you know, let's be honest with you. We're all in agreement that a centre back is so important. An attacking midfielder, 100%. You know, attacking players. I'm calling it attacking player. Someone that can play left mid, right mid, and the actual Maddison role. I think personally, a lot of people are going to disagree, but I think we should go for Jota. If we could get him on a free, that's such a good option because he's played. He played in the
as in the one Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia. The reason being, he's played in a Celtic in Celtic with Ange, and he understands the formation.
That's not a bad shout because it would to be fair have to be based on price. You know, obviously we're not going to pay what 30 odd million pounds for him like the Saudis did. We'd probably
no. He's getting released, so it's going to be a free contract. It's just paying the wages. So which means I think that's such a perfect solution because he can obviously play on the left, and he also can play in the attacking midfielder role if we need him to play. You know, I just feel like because he knows Ange's system, it's not going to take a long time for him to embed. Well, it might take a long time for him to embed into the Prem, but for me, he's the perfect solution for the attacking midfielder role. Maybe the quality, what we're looking for, is not there. Yeah, cool. We can agree on that. But for a free transfer, I would have that.
Oh, it's free transfer
every day and night.
I'm gonna have to shoot. But what I would say, or sort of end up with, is that isn't the most craziest thing you've said tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, it's not.
TJ,
no, to be fair, it's not. But guys, thank you so much for having me on.
Sure.
I'll have to catch up with you all soon. All right.
See you later.
See you later, buddy, man. Nice having you on.
All right, thanks for coming on.
No worries. Cheers.
All the best.
Yeah, TJ makes something we agree on. RE, I don't know what that means in it, but
Justin
Jota,
Matters hybrid, yeah.
I think he's a Soddy Madison hybrid. Yeah, it's just the only problem with that signing. If we was to make that signing, can he step up to the Prem? With what I've seen, look, I've done my research. I've watched a lot of
You're
Celtic
quite
games.
keen on him, I know, because you mentioned it before.
Yeah, no, I've watched a lot of Celtic games. I've done my when we were getting Postecoglou, bro. I spent fucking mind my language, but I spent I don't know like 3 weeks watching Celtic, literally Celtic games in and off, and understanding who this Postecoglou brother is, and that's why I kind of buyed into him. After I was disappointed that we wasn't going to get Poch, but I think Jota is the solution for the attacking midfielder role. But then we also have Bentancur. Can we transform Bentancur in the attacking midfielder role? Who knows? Maybe we can. He has the passing attributes to obviously perform in that way. Maybe a lot of people are going to disagree with me. He might be better defensively than front-footed. But I personally think he could transform into that player we would want. Again, has your favorite player move him in the middle? Could Kulusevski turn into that person? Maybe there's a potential as well. You don't know. Look, I'm not writing off all of these players because, again, with good coaching, you could turn a basic player into a hard-working player. As we can see, look, I'm not going to sit here and say Papa Matasar is world class. Technically, there's so much to build on. He's such a young player. There's so many things he needs to improve on in his style, right? But he does the basics well. He's up and down the field and he gives 100%. And that's the what is it called? The key element. Harim is another excellent winger.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about who that is, to be totally honest with you. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about who that is, innit? But okay, cool. Again, look, I know we've brushed aside Sancho, but if Man United was to say a loan, come on, you're telling me you're not going for Sancho? I'm sorry, Sancho. You can't sit here and tell me Sancho.
Okay, TJ, what have you seen from Sancho in the past 2 or 3 years that has blown you away? I'm just not criticizing.
Look, cool. Look. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna tell you. Look, he's in a team that has dysfunction, that is not playing attacking football. You've got a manager that has mismanaged him, and for whatever reason, we as fans, we've obviously seen the side through Ten Hag's eyes. But now,
would you want the bad attitude thing? Would you want someone who has a bad, like Ndombele, that toxic kind of bad attitude?
Cool. Look, sometimes, cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, listen, you might disagree with this. Okay. But I'm going to say this. Sometimes them attitude players bring something special. Like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not comparing Cristiano Ronaldo with Sancho, but
I know what you mean,
have to have an attitude.
Ronaldo still limits that team because of his personality.
I agree. Look, I agree with what you're saying. It's red flags with what we want to do. I agree with what you're saying. It's red flags with what we want to do. However, I'm not gonna sit here and say Sancho don't have the quality to improve Tottenham because I know 110% he does.
Yeah.
It might be deluded from me. I've been called deluded a lot today, man. It's crazy.
Hour.
Bro, listen, it's crazy, man. The whole Tottenham fan base has been on my clock. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm in a sticky spot. Everything I say is being judged to the micromanage. Micromanage.
I'm getting on the break.
Listen, I'm gonna laugh at you guys, yeah. Look, I'm gonna be sad. I'm a Tottenham fan, Tottenham till I die, man. I wear that on my chest, innit? Nobody can say nothing. I will smoke a fool if they try to say I'm a Chelsea fan. I will smoke a fool. However, I'm Tottenham till I die, yeah. But anyhow, we lose 2-0. Remember I said that, yeah? And anyhow, Basuma messes up. Bro, I'm going to come here with the biggest spliff Bro, I don't care. Like, demonetize me, demonetize the whole channel, bruv. I'm gonna be smoking it. I'm gonna be like, what did I say, you people? All you people better come back on this stream and tell me I was wrong.
This
I'm
stream
ex-
didn't come out anything like I thought it could. I'm like, what?
But again, I hope we win. I do hope we win, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? I hope we win. I hope I'm proved wrong, innit? Let me be real with it. I hope I'm proved wrong, because if I'm wrong,
so if we win, you're eating a chili. And
if I see, I've put myself in a double whammy, and I don't like them chilies, bro. I don't like them. You know what? I was having a biryani, you know, and the Indian man cut up the chili in it. Open, boom! My mouth dropped. I was, what do you call it? What do you call that? Spit dribbling? Yeah, dribbling. I was dribbling down my shirt and everything. I was like, I hate chili, but I hope we win though. I do hope we win. I hope. Listen, if Tottenham win, what you people saying? Has that proved they're gonna win the title?
No.
No,
Too
I
early,
don't,
man. We
don't
have to
think
get
so.
past
I don't
Christmas.
believe in it. Yeah, no, I don't believe in it. I'm just being a troll here. Look, if we do win convincingly against Chelsea, bro, we're onto something special. That's all I'm saying.
So Harry, for the
I
Chelsea
won't
game, are
move
you
in the
making
right.
any changes into the team or not?
Good question. Again, I like to try and say that you don't change something when it's working really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, rubbish. I wouldn't risk a Doki. I know it's Chelsea, but I just wouldn't risk him at all. Because it's the same with Bentancur. Again, I wouldn't play him, because if you make that injury, like Bentancur's ACL, you play him and he picks up a knock,
It's way
it's
too
going
early
to
for
work.
Bentancur.
It's
way
way
too
too
What
early.
is? Sorry to cut you out. What is Ndogi's injury, if you don't mind me asking?
To be honest with you, sitting here right now, I do not know. I did, because we found out late before the Palace game. I was and I've just heard it's an injury. Again, all I heard was it's 50-50 going into the game. If it is 50-50, I wouldn't risk it. I'd go with Emma. So answering your question, has at the moment, regardless of whether he's last minute okay, I'd probably still go with, just in case, Emerson left back. I agree with TJ, and I like Højbjerg a lot, but I would probably stick with Basuma. But Højbjerg would definitely be used throughout the game, because I think he can offer a lot more than people think.
So
Again, I love
Richarlison.
Yeah. First, I love Richarlison, but I'd probably bring Brennan Johnson in for him, just because of the massive impact he had against Palace. But again, Richarlison off the bench, I think, will be a real threat. Again, I think people underestimate what he can offer.
I'd rather Kulusevski personally.
Yeah, I wish Tottenham Way was still here. I was waiting to say something at the end about Richarlison, but he's bold as usual. But hey, I'm looking forward to the game. Yeah, that'd be my only two changes.
Okay, so guys, before we end this hour and a half,
wait, you don't want me to predict my team? Look, man, the disrespect.
You're playing Van der Ven left back. You're playing Phillips in the middle. And you're playing Højbjerg in midfield.
Bro, but you don't want me to predict my team?
Yes.
Disrespect, bro. This guy. Listen, I swear down, he's against me from the get-go. Yeah, from the first minute I got on this stream. Yeah, he said, "Welcome to my co-host." What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? You know what? Don't worry. You man don't need to know my team. But all I'm saying if it goes the other way, I expect you to eat your chili.
What if Højbjerg plays?
If
Phillips plays centre back.
If we lose it, yeah. If we lose, you have to eat your chili.
What?
You're not agreeing on that,
I'll do it.
You're not. You said you're confident, bro. Stick it out with your chest.
Okay,
I'm confident. Okay, bring it on.
Cool. Put it like this, yeah. Wait. Yeah, cool. We'll shake on it, yeah. But wait, are you on the stream on Monday?
I don't know.
I'm not about the game.
So I don't know.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Listen, put it like this, yeah. Put it like this, innit? Hold on. When we next streaming, whoever has
the stream,
I won't eat two chilies, innit? Yeah, I won't eat. I'm not, bro. I refuse to eat two chilies. However, I will eat I'll eat a chili. I will take the clip from. You know what? Someone in this stream, clip me eating the chili, innit? You know.
Oh, I've already written down this time. The time that you said
you guys better join the stream when we're on the stream.
Well, we joke here. This stream's gone really well. Big up everyone in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, it has. This stream has gone really well.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed this stream, to be honest with you, as much as I've gotten a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But this is you being a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
Hold on,
You know
1
when you
minute.
said
Let's
Van
just
der Ven
read the
left back, I
comments,
was
though.
like, he's gonna say Dyer midfield. I was like, oh no, please don't play Dyer.
No. You know,
Can we just
Dyer-
say, sorry, Barney's comment in the chat, I think is absolutely spot on about not getting carried away if we top after Christmas and about the early summer. I think it's absolutely spot on.
if you're top over Christmas in the new year, yeah, it's true. It's totally true. You've got a good point. And I think we should loan Dembele and Dele Alli to Chelsea.
Sorry, Hannah, I think we're almost finished because we were doing this for an hour and 40 minutes. So, yeah.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Richarlison soul was kidnapped the day
I'm
he
not
joined
answering that.
Spurs.
People just.
But you know what?
hate
But
on
one thing
Richarlison.
we can agree, though.
Sad.
One thing that we can agree. Look, as much as a lot of people want to bin Richarlison, I think if we get better players, he's a good option off the bench. Can we agree on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I can also agree to someone who likes Richarlison and wanted to sign Richarlison that he hasn't served his purpose yet, and that is score goals. But he is affecting games positively, has a spot on. Kulusevski is having no bigger impact. So why is it just Richarlison who his picks on? I don't get it. It's like an agenda.
These players see
These players,
these fans see a one-sided game. They don't really.
I quit stat.
Yeah, they stat it. You know, I saw a stat in it, and I thought it was bamboozled. You know, I was like, I think I told you on your stream.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Kulusevski has created the most. After Maddison, he's created the most clear-cut chances. But when I'm watching the game, I've not seen shit. I must be watching the wrong game. You know, it's like the same one with Kulusevski runs the most. Bro, when I'm watching a game, he must be time traveling.
You know, it's because of his long legs, man. That's what I think.
There's a glitch. Because even when you guys are watching the game at in the stadium and you're actually watching the players, you're seeing a real life and them running. And do you actually see my man run a lot though? That's exactly. So I don't know. I don't
see him running. It's like he's jogging, I think. But you know what? It's because he covers most distance. I think because of the size of his legs. I think his legs are massive. So
do you think if we was to put him on the left?
Make it different.
On the left, he would have better input.
It might force him to cross it. It might force him to cross it, maybe, but I can't guarantee it. I don't know.
It's a good, do you know, that's actually a good thought.
Yeah, it was really good, didn't it? It come from. I just thought about it. Hold on,
But he hasn't created that many chances, Marlon.
I agree about Kulu, but
anyway.
most of the chances have.
Oh come on, Marlon! Give over. Load of rubbish. Solomon hasn't even played. He's hardly played.
I think someone's played like 2 games or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But if the chances have obviously landed to Richarlison, again, okay, cool. Maybe we're just judging it off of 10 games. I've always said this. We're still building the puzzle. The puzzle has not. We're still in this new dynamic, learning how Postecoglou wants to play and all of this, right? So. 10 games, we're just judging 10 games. Maybe if we was to give him 20, 30 games or whatever, innit? We might see better outcome, you know? But again, fans have to.
Really know, innit?
But fans have to calm down as well, because this title talk, being first, has kind of papered over the cracks of these players like Kulusevski, his performances. And you know, maybe Richarlison's in the spotlight because he's obviously a £60 million signing. But again, it is what it is, isn't it? Before we end the stream, can I ask you guys one question that I forgot to ask you on your stream? Yeah?
Sure. Please.
Now, we're all in good spirit, and I believe that we're playing well, you know? But what's one bad thing that Postecoglou has done so far? If you can think of a bad thing.
Carabao Cup second round, making 9 changes and making me go on to sport and run.
100%.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
That's the one I agree on as well with Harry.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
Do you think he's getting... You know, I was going to say he hasn't used any of the youth because I thought he would use
Or
more
like,
of the
or like
youth.
Dorrington and people like that. You mean?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I do
listen,
think it'd be
in my
useful,
defense, look again. Maybe it's too soon to see him use youth and all of this. But
Four's not even that
my
many personally, but anyway, that's why.
hold on 1 minute. I researched the chances created because I didn't believe what
Rubbish,
but most
Marlon.
of
Your research is twisted.
Landon thingy. Okay, cool. Sorry, Harry. It was a good win for us. And then Cooley creates with your blink. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. What I was just about to say in it, when I was watching, like Celtic and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
he managed to like bring in youth, and like youth was such a important thing to him. On the off games, you would see like we signed Ashley Phillips. On the off games, Ashley Phillips will come in, appear, have like 20 minutes to like have a little run out. I'm surprised. That's one of the most things I have from the 10 games. Maybe it's too soon to see it, right? Maybe again, maybe if we were in more cup competition, we might see these players get chances. But I'm surprised that we haven't actually used our youth or used our players, and we're just running the same players over and over again.
I see what you're saying. It's because we only got Premier League games. That's why I think.
TJ Veliz, yeah, like including Veliz, for example. Like, don't get me wrong. Look, I know Son's scoring. No, Veliz is coming on off the bench, right? However, my take was that he would use a lot of
Team players.
youth.
But maybe
team,
though, because of how well we've done, he doesn't want to do that now because we might end up going to win the title or something.
Richarlison is under so much pressure. He needs to eat and can. You know what? Look, let's be honest with you. Richarlison, I feel like, again, when he came to Tottenham, I didn't want him, bro. I'll be real in it. Yeah, I'm gonna support him now in it. I feel like give him a few years under Postecoglou, maybe he will turn into a good player. I don't know. Look, I'm just putting blind faith. That's me. And don't just take that as the statement. I'm just saying, blind faith, maybe he will turn into the player that we want him to turn into.
Don't worry, it's not going to get
maybe not. Bro, listen, everything's getting clipped today, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say, bro? Everybody's getting clipped. They're dissecting every single word I say.
They'll be talking about this stream for in a year's time.
100%, bro. I remember
stream memories.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So, I think give Postecoglou time. Maybe he could turn Richarlison into the player that he wants him to turn into. TJ, mate, I do agree with youth players. When we were 5-1 up against Burnley, he could have given the youngsters the bench some minutes. Yeah, no. Again, no. I'm like, even Ashley Phillips, for example. Like, I expected to see more game time. I know. Romero and Van der Ven have been playing off the park. They've been solid, the best centre back pairing so far, right? Yeah. It's just, I thought with what the template I saw at Celtic, he would use more of his players, but he's keeping to the same players, and maybe because these players are performing at such a high level and it's too high, the drop off is too high. Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah. Maybe the players that are actually starting, maybe that's the factor. But then bringing in Ashley Phillips, what was the point of that?
Maybe that's why. That's what I think.
What was the point of bringing in Ashley Phillips then? If that's the case, if the drop off is too high,
yes.
One for the future. We've had these one for the futures. They never become the future. They become the past and the present.
Now it's time to change that.
Exactly. Hopefully, again, 10 games in, I can't really. I'm just saying, one thing that I would obviously, I'm a bit disappointed in, is not seeing youth.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, guys, anything else you want to say before we end the stream? Because this was going on almost 2 hours. I can't believe it.
Yeah, man.
What are we going to do? Score predictions?
Yeah, score predictions. Quick. I know TJ said 2-0 at the beginning, though.
Yeah. No, I'm sticking to it. bro.
I'm
just
sticking to
because I've
mine
got a
as
few
well.
I just because I got a few
PJ,
bruises from
bring
a few people, you know. Like, you know, I'm
Bring
Mike
this to
Tyson.
2-1 top 2-1 Spurs. I'm saying.
I'm 2-0 for
No,
me.
3-2
2-0
Spurs.
Chelsea.
You said
Oh,
3-0.
so you're confident.
3-0.
You know, Harry's confident.
3-2.
You know the reason I'm saying 2-1 is because
3-2.
around
Now
this
you've gone
time,
negative. You went 3-1.
I didn't say.
What's
Where'd you get 3-0 from? You get 3-0 from?
He even heard 3-1. He heard 3-0. I heard 3-1, and now he's gone 3-2. So he's heard all of our scores, and he's done that.
No, get out of it. My internet froze.
He doubled down. He doubled down. He doubled down. He was confident.
No.
He thought you were going to say.
Hang on. 3-1. There you go. Deal.
all right,
3-1.
Is
Cool.
100% 3-1 then? Yeah. Okay. All right.
It was 3-2, but I'm going to go 3-1 now. So I'm confident, and I'm going to win the Chili Challenge with TJ as well. He's not going to be here on Monday. He's going to be crying.
Oh man, I put myself in a sticky spot, and I wish I'd never bet against
Sticky
Tottenham.
pudding.
I wish I never bet against Tottenham because now I can see us winning.
Yeah.
Sticking to my earlier
Yeah, I'm saying
prediction,
2-1 as well. I agree.
having
with that,
having seen us play Chelsea, they have their moments. But Spurs at Ange are different animals. 2-1 for me, Spurs.
I agree with this guy 100%. By the way.
Hopefully
Money took
someday.
a lot of sense for a Fulham fan. No, any joking.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's just read these comments before we go in it. Hopefully someday soon,
Charles.
Ange can turn Richarlison into a footballer.
I'm just ignoring that because Richarlison's contributing to the team. I keep telling him this. He's contributing to the team, and the goals will come over time. End of discussion.
The
Don't give
game's
him the-
right in front of us. The game's right in front of us. It will be hard to blood the youngsters. Yeah, no. I totally agree. Bro. I'm not saying we have to play youngsters. You're taking every comment literal. I'm saying I'm surprised that he hasn't like given like opportunities in the sense of the last 10 minutes refresh your legs. Like for example, a player like what do you call it? What's his name? Brian Gill. A player like Brian Gill.
Yeah.
You know, like a player like Brian Gill. I'm surprised he hasn't actually featured at all. And even I think, if correct me if I'm right or wrong, please. I can't really quote the quote, but Ange a few games ago said Brian Gill will get a run in
I think Gill deserves
Fulham and the Crystal Palace.
I think Gill deserves
right?
a chance. Yeah.
So
Gill will be some player under Ange. Click this. I think Gill is something special. I said that from the day I saw him come off the bench. I remember his debut. He has something special about him. His gravity.
I feel like he's too weak for the Prem, though. That's the problem. I feel like there's a
bulk
player
up.
in him.
To bulk up.
Don't get me wrong.
He's hit the
I feel
gym.
like there's a player in him. It's just
That
I
could be
feel like
worked on, though. Do you know what I
he's too
mean?
weak for the Prem.
A couple of weeks that can be sorted. So that for me is the least of the concerns. But you are right. It is of course an issue. But we had this, didn't we? Ronaldo. When Ronaldo came to the Premier League with Bale, for etc. So there's a lot of players, that have turned into real talent. Start off being pushed off the ball.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Couple gym sessions, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, it won't take. Honestly, won't take long.
Hopefully, look again. It's only 10 games in, so there is gonna be opportunities, and I feel like injuries are gonna play a part. Can
I just ask what's the point? Can I ask what's the point, FC? Can I ask what's the point in your comments? I'm very interested about Richarlison. What does it change? What are you trying to achieve? He's a Tottenham Hotspur player. I don't know if you're jealous of him that you're not a professional footballer, but he's contributing to the team. The goals will come. If they don't, he go off and thrive elsewhere. End of conversation. Why are you still got
No, but then we don't want to look again. As much as Richarlison has been having a nightmare time at Tottenham, we don't want him to go because I feel like he's going to offer so much off the bench, and there's going to be a time when we bring in players, and our bench is going to look strong like Man City's. And I hope that time is when Richarlison's at the club.
Yeah, and as someone who likes Richarlison, I again could criticise. He isn't scoring the goals, and I hope there's room for improvement because the Richarlison we're seeing right now is not the Richarlison we signed. I can accept that, but I still think he's contributing. And I know there's fans out there who save drafts ready just to criticise Richarlison, save drafts ready to criticise Højbjerg, and I don't like that. We should be behind each and every one of the team. Richarlison, Richarlison's name should be sung more than anyone else. He's going through a tough time. He's not scoring, and we need to get behind him even more. Not slag him off on social media or make comments like,
Where do you think Richarlison's best position is?
I think he's the number 9 personally.
I think he's done better off the left wing in terms of contribution.
You just said last stream. You said he was better off the left.
No, I didn't say better off the left.
Bro, man, you flip flop FC, man.
What?
Flip flop. Listen, guys, Southview Cows. Next stream, I'm gonna record every time Has makes a mistake.
Nice moment.
Yeah, no. For me, I feel like his best position is. See, look, it's difficult because Son is playing so well in it. But then when we do put Richarlison in front of goal, he hasn't shown me why he should play there. Do you get where I'm coming from? See, again, I just feel like it comes down to. I just feel like it comes down to coaching. I give Richarlison a few years to develop under Ange, and then you're gonna understand where I'm coming from because he's such a good coach. I generally believe in Ange's coaching styles. He's putting an arm on players like Basuma, like last year, were terrible. Players like Papa Matasar that couldn't get a sniff in, and look at how he's playing now. Romero, look at how Romero has changed. Obviously, we know how Maddison is. Maddison's an anomaly. But players like Son last year was absolutely awful, So I think that's good coaching. Hopefully, Richarlison turns into good.
Son was also moved into the middle, though, TJ.
Yeah, again. Yeah, I know.
So I think that is a factor, but anyway.
Oh, that's a factor why he's not playing there?
No. I'm saying that's why he's being a lot better. Because if you
but then I go back down to
on the left.
No, but I go back to no, I agree with you. But then I go back down to we need to start replacing these players like Son. Again, a lot of Tottenham fans are going to disagree with me.
Yeah.
A lot of Tottenham fans are going to disagree with me.
Yes.
But I feel like it's time to replace and try and move forward. Son is such a good player, and Son, for me, has been a good servant. The same with Kane. But I was saying Kane had to go. Because we need to move.
One of the few people saying that for like ages.
I said that from day one. Yeah. I stick to my guns. I'm not a flip-flop. If I say something, I'm not going to change and just turn around because I see something really good. I'm going to say the same thing with Son. We need to start thinking about replacing him as well because in a few years, and it's not a case of you sell him, you get a replacement. Bring in someone while you have Son. Do you get where I'm coming from?
They can learn off of him, yeah.
So we can learn off of each other. And when we need to get rid of him, and let's just say, cool, give or take. If we had a replacement for Son and the likes of, the likes of Bayern or the likes of, I don't know what team he could go to because he's quite old now, isn't it? But let's just say the likes of Bayern was to come in for him. It wouldn't be a problem if we were still get rid of him. Why? Because we have the replacement there, right? This is the problem where Tottenham have been run so poorly over the last 12 to 13 years. Not even that. Since these guys have taken over. And you're going to think I'm going to go to a Levy out discussion. No, I'm just saying no top teams are run like this. Everybody knows how to get replaced. Look at this. Man City. We're going to take a team that has been successful for the last 10 years. We can say that, right?
Yeah.
Or 7. Yeah, let's just say 7 or 8. Yeah, cool. When Aguero was going, they had a replacement. And you're gonna say, oh, but they have the money. But all teams learn to replace. Look at when Sanchez left, they had a replacement. At Arsenal.
And
My
the difference
problem is
other teams pre-plan, right? We don't really pre-plan.
my problem is we keep people in our squad for so long. It's taken us what? It's taken us nearly 5 years to replace a centre back in Vertonghen with Van der Ven. It's taken us what 4 years to replace Toby Alderweireld with Romero. It's taken us what 5 to 6 years to replace people like Pedro Porro, not Pedro Porro, people like Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Then we went with our bench option with Trippier. It's taken us that long to replace these players. You know, the only player that we've replaced really quickly in the last couple of years, obviously Loris. Obviously, we've got Vicario now. We believe that he's the goalkeeper. It's still long stretch. You know, he's new to the Prem. He's still learning and developing. But my point is this: he's the only person that we've actually replaced quickly. And Dembele, for example, look how long it took us to replace him. Ericsson, look how long it's taken us to replace the creative midfielder with Madison. My problem is we struggle to replace these players.
Because we take so long.
So we hold on to these players for so long, and they end up losing their technical ability. Look at this. Look what we're doing right now with Son. His technical ability in his main position. Hold on 1 second. Someone's calling me. Hold on. I don't like her, innit? She's been airing me, so I'm airing her, innit? Let me be real in it. But no. Look at Son, for example. Let's just take this template of Son.
Yeah.
Look how long it's taken us to replace Son.
Yeah.
We've moved Son from the left mid position. Maybe it was forced because Kane has obviously gone. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. You know, we don't know this, right? But because Son is struggling on the left, we've moved him down the middle, and now he's kind of like reformed his career. But there's no replacement for him. Are we going to say Brennan Johnson is a replacement? Who knows? You know, or Kulusevski. Are we going to say these players are the replacement for Son? But the problem is, it's taken us so long to replace these players. We're run poor, and it just goes to show. Look at this. I'm sorry, I'm going on a little rant, but in the January transfer window, we should have had 2 centre backs. We were talking about
in the summer. We only got one, innit?
So in the summer, we should have had 2 centre backs. We should have had Tapsoba and Van der Ven. We shouldn't be talking about who should replace if these guys get injured, because we should have the players there already. Right? Am I right or wrong for saying that?
Oh, you're right.
It comes down to mismanagement, and until Levy sticks his fingers out of his ass and spends the money right. And I'm not saying you have to spend millions of pounds. I'm just saying spend money right and back Ange. It's so important to back Ange.
TJ,
but that's not done.
TJ, sorry to interrupt. Can I just ask you an honest question, because I'm interested? Sitting here right now, because obviously we are top of the league. Where do you think we will finish?
Okay, so where I believe at the start of the season, I believe 6th, 7th. But now I think, that's where I believe before in it. But if I'm gonna judge based on how we're performing and where we're going about life, we should easily finish 4th, 3rd, in my opinion. And that's an amazing season.
Yep, agree. Absolutely do agree. Yeah, thank you for that. You know? I think anywhere on any progress is positive, as what I said at the start of the season. But now top 4 is achievable. But if it somehow falls apart and we finish 5th, I'm not going to cry about it, because we've still got back into Europe of some form, and we've improved. And we go again. Look, you know what I mean? First year.
So for me, if let's just say it goes tits up in it,
yeah.
Which it can. Madison Van der Ven injured.
Yeah, it could go easily. It could go wrong, and again, I'm not going to be upset as long as there's improvements from last season. Let's just say 5th, 6th, like I said, is a good season for me.
Yeah,
and
absolutely spot
that was my original prediction, right? I'm bamboozled where we are, because we don't deserve from last season to be. I'm not calling us title contenders, but in the title,
The league
title
right now,
spot.
yeah.
The title.
Yeah, exactly.
Chat, basically.
Yeah, we shouldn't be
Inside
involved in that. We shouldn't be nowhere near the likes of Arsenal, Man
Manchester
City, and Liverpool. You see, we shouldn't be there. But for some odd reason, or not even an odd reason, but for the manager has to get praised. He's doing a good job. Now
And the players
Levy
have
has
bought into
to
a
do his
position.
job. Exactly. Everybody looks happy. Now it's on Levy. Levy has to do his job. This is why this January transfer window is going to be one of the it's going to be the hardest window for Levy. Why I say that? It's either going to break Spurs or it's going to make Spurs.
Because if you don't back Ange, it's going to be trouble in it for him.
And I'm going to go back to what I said before we got Ange, before we kicked out Conte. Ange needs to stay in this club for more than 5 years. Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah.
Please. And because we need a plan.
Continuity.
Exactly. We can't just, if it goes wrong, sack a manager. We've been sacking too many managers and it's just not working. From Pochettino, he was there probably the longest in the last 10 years, right? We can easily say that. So Ange now has to sit on the sword, even if it was to go wrong. Which, how it's looking, it's not going wrong. There's not that many mistakes. But we still need to understand, again, like I said, it's a puzzle. We're still building. We still need to take our first loss. We need to understand how these players will adapt
or react to the loss.
Or react. Do you get where I'm coming from? We still need to play the likes of Chelsea, which is a big pivotal game for Tottenham.
Test for us, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a big test. As much as a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we haven't had it," that's the test. Why? Because that will see if the mentality has shifted. Like Justin said.
Justin.
Like Justin said, Tottenham, the mentality has to change. We can't really look at Pochettino coming back to White Hart Lane and think it's such a big deal. Do you get where I'm coming from? We need to understand. We need to see these players perform. Again, I'm negative, and I'm trying to say I can't see Tottenham, but again, that's just my opinion. My opinion might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong because I'd rather see Tottenham win. But that's the end for me.
Okay, all right. Thanks for coming on, guys. I didn't expect it to be a 2-hour stream. Normally, these streams on Friday normally last like an hour.
Bro, it's been a good stream.
It's been good though.
We've learned a lot. It's fair to say.
So before I close it off, obviously go and subscribe to Harry Scarf. Where we can find you, Scarfy Spurs Talk. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can there. Harry Scarf 22. If you want to subscribe to my channel as well, you got Scarfy Spurs Talk, match previews, match reactions, weekly live podcasts every Monday 8 p.m. I'm a regular pretty much now on Southview Coys, co-host as TJ likes to call me, and also co-host the Barclay podcast every Sunday 7 p.m. But we're not doing a show this Sunday. We already previewed Chelsea. We're doing a Monday night stream, but I'm at the game, so I won't be on it. So there's no point really listening.
I won't get back in time, but I might be back in
time.
No,
exactly. You can check out Park Lane Podcasts that I watch on, but it's never as good when I'm not on there. But you can check it out if you want to.
And TJ, it's Spursy Talks, right? Go subscribe to Spursy Talks.
Yeah, you can follow me on Spursy Talks. You can also follow me on Instagram 0TJ. That's the number 0TJ.
You should start your own channel. You should start your own channel, TJ. It'll be really popular.
Well, I do have my channel, Spursy Talks, bro.
No, YouTube.
Yeah. That's my YouTube channel. But I haven't. Yeah, but I haven't really. The problem is I haven't really focused on my channel. I've been bouncing off of every other channel, you know. So it's one of them ones where I need to start doing that, and I need to start preview. In fact, I need to speak to you and Haz about something, innit, that I have planned. You know, that's off air, innit. But you can. Yeah. That
How many chilies can you eat on stream?
Yeah, but that's Monday. You're gonna see me eat the chili if we do lose.
I can't wait.
I hope we do lose. To be honest with you, I hope we don't lose. I hope we win.
Just say we hope we lose.
I hope we win. You know, no. I hope we win. To be honest with you, and I hope I have to eat the chili because as a Tottenham fan,
Off the wall.
I'm moving a bit nuts, innit?
Anyway, you can find me at Hotspur TV. I'm also a regular here, of course. I'm a regular on Scarfy Spurs Talk as well. I'm on that channel
pretty much
a lot. And TJ as well. So us three will probably be back again at some point.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
This is the trio. I used to call it the
Dream
dynamic
team.
duo. This is the trio duo.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're building something, man.
Three
We're
Musketeers.
building something special.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
One deluded. Listen, it used to be one deluded. Now it's two deluded. One righteous.
Love
it
it.
seems that Harry's the only one that has the brain here.
Yeah, we're
we
mostly
need
there talking about moving players into different places.
Yeah, man.
And Prince Sean Dyson, the manager of Basuma.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So come on, you Spurs.
Up the Spurs.
Spurs, man.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me? Yeah. Anyway, I'm off because, I'm off. I'm still at work, innit? So I'm gonna head home now. You know.
Yeah. See you later. Nice to see you again.
Honestly, lovely having the stream, man. The stream was quite good, man.
It was, wasn't it?
I definitely enjoyed it. Weirdly, our streams are becoming more like with the community as well. I love it.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, and I think it's great. It's nice to be on with you again.
100%, bro. 100%. I'll definitely you told me to pick a day. I'll definitely do it closer to like December time if you don't mind.
Did I offer you December date or not?
I'll have to double check. That's what I'm saying. I definitely need to
I'll get back
it.
to you with a possible. I am fully booked for December, but someone pulled out this week is all I'm thinking, so I could potentially slot you in December.
Okay, cool. You know what? Let me check the dates that you sent me, and I'll definitely pick the dates.